Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So this week you and I are going to be bullet journaling together and I'm so excited. I used to bullet journal and then I stopped. It was a lot of effort. I may or may not have spent £10 on this bullet journal, but it's so cute. I've got my tea and let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go online and look at bullet journals because I literally don't know how to do any of the pages and yeah, I can't do any of that. So to my knowledge, bullet journals have monthly spreads and they have weekly spreads and then they have like collections of things. So I just spent the next 10 to 15 minutes just going through some people's monthly and weekly spreads. I tried to keep it as simple as I can because I definitely can't replicate some of the things here. I was just saving them onto my desktop to use it as inspiration for when I do mine. I also spent some time looking at some collections as well because I had no idea what I should be doing. I bought this really cute pink bullet journal from WH Smith. It was £10. It already has a place where I can put in the key and the contents, as well as having a future log already, so I don't have to do any of those myself, which is really nice because I'm lazy. It also has page numbers, so I don't have to write it as well. And it's got dots on it, which I really love. I've had plain bullet journals before and honestly, like drawing straight lines was such a struggle, so I wanted to get dotted lines this time. And it has gold pages, which is literally my favorite part of this bullet journal. Like, it is so cute. I have two thin ribbons here as bookmarks, which is so cute. And of course, I use this as an opportunity to get a whole bunch of supplies that I do not need, but I also really need them because one can never have too much stationery. And I just pop them into this adorable little cup that I've got. And now we're ready to go. With pencil, I just put lines where I want my lines in pen to be so I don't end up messing the page up. And I actually have a really rough version of this on a post-it note so I can see exactly how I want my page to look. Oh wow, I totally forgot to mention that this is going to be my July spread. I'm just creating a calendar here and I already know where to place all my lines. And now I'm adding some cute washi tape at the top and the bottom of the page. I actually spent quite a long time trying to match the gel pen color to the washi tape color as well. And on the side, I'm just adding these dots to fill this space in because the dots on the page were odd numbered. So my calendar isn't exactly in the middle and I didn't want it to look super weird. And I just wrote out what date it is for each day. Since my calendar had some days from June and August, I wanted to indicate which days were part of July and which weren't, so I just drew lines at the top of each box. And on the other page, I wanted some space to write my personal goals, as well as some space to write down tasks that I need to complete for that month, and some notes as well. So here I'm just drawing the lines to create my It's fine, Gizam. This will not ruin your masterpiece. So now I'm just trying to make each of my headings look cute. And I don't know if I'm really succeeding, but does it take your eyes away from my stupid mistake that I made earlier? I hope so. And on the side, I wanted to draw things that I associate July to be with, such as sunshine, even though I live in the UK and this month has not been very sunshiny at all. I also drew ice cream, not 1, 2, but 3 scoops because ice cream is life. And me at the bottom being extremely happy because school's out, scream and shout. And since we're already halfway through the month, I decided to cross out the days that have already gone by with this really cute green metallic pen. And then I got started on the weeklies. I wanted to keep this one really simple because I don't know what I'm doing and I really don't want to mess up. So I was just trying to gain a bit of confidence by starting off really easy. I have an outline of all my boxes already in pencil. So all I had to do was just go over it in pen and avoid stupid mistakes. And then I wrote out all the days with the dates at the very top. I made space for some notes as well. In the notes section, I can maybe add some things that I need to bear in mind for the week after, or maybe for the rest of the month. I wrote out the actual dates in a green circle to add a bit of variety, I guess. And I also saw some other people do this on their spreads as well, and I thought it looked really cute. And to make the boxes look a little bit more 3D and a bit more paper-like, I just coloured the right side and the bottom in grey. And then I moved on to the August spread. So I completely came up with the concept of this by myself. I didn't use anybody else's work. I really wanted to make the theme of August very spacey because during this time, I'm usually always in Turkey, and the thing that I really love doing the most is looking up at the sky and admiring the stars. I mean, when you live in a place like London, seeing a star in the sky, it tends to be very rare. So I drew out a planet. I know it looks a bit like Saturn, but I don't really know what I was going for, to be honest. And I drew a UFO and a rocket. So my idea was to have the UFO be the dates of August and have the planet be like the destination type of thing. So this is where I would write out all my goals, and then the rocket would be where I write all the tasks. So it's kind of like the things I need to get done to achieve those goals. So it's like the rocket going to the planet. And then I went into colouring the planet and everything else on this page. I was really sad because I'm actually staying with my sister and my brother-in-law at the moment, and I forgot to bring my watercolour brushes and my watercolour paint with me, which is amazing. So in my original plans, I had actually wanted to watercolour this page and actually quite a lot of pages, but that plan went down the drain. So I had to use colouring pencils, and luckily I had that on me. And I'm a big girl now, so there's no reason to cry over this, right? And now the finishing touches. And this is so embarrassing, but this page took me like 2 hours. Yay! So for the first weekly spread of August, I wanted to try doing vertical boxes for each day. And with just a metallic pen, I drew boxes around each day to highlight them. I left some space to do any personal tasks and to write any other notes. And since it was a goal of mine to do 10,000 steps every day and to lose 4 kilograms, I decided to incorporate that into my weekly spread as well, so that each day I'm working towards those goals. And I also wanted to try doing some art at the bottom as well. And honestly, it didn't turn out too bad. And I'm using these really cute butterfly stickers as well. And the rest of the stickers can go at the back of my book where there is a little pocket. And now I'm finally on my collections. This is the part that I was dying to do because it's just so fun. So the first collection that I wanted to do was have a list of books that I wanted to read. And I did this one as if it's a bookshelf. And in each book that I drew, I put the names of the books that I want to read. Actually, that's a lie because I only did one book, because this video would be super long if I spent time finding books that I want to read. And now I'm creating a habit tracker for August, and I wanted to focus on the 4 main areas, which is meditation for 10 minutes, I want to practice drawing every day, and I want to eat whole plant foods every day, and sleep and wake up on time, which is roughly between 11 at night and 7 in the morning, because I'm a morning person and I tend to work best in mornings. So I just started off by writing the title, of course, and also creating a calendar for August. And I wrote the key at the bottom. So the idea is to colour in a little box for each day, for each activity, if that kind of makes sense. So by the end of this month, I should hopefully have a very colourful page. I'm also creating a spread for fun memories. I couldn't really think of anything to add in there at that moment. Or maybe I just have a sad life, who knows? Yay, we're done. Let's just go through the finished product then. So here is my July spread and my first July weekly spread, and another July weekly spread that I did off camera but I didn't want to film because I wasn't really sure if it's going to turn out that well, and I was worried about how long the video was getting, but it turned out really well. And I left some space for another week. And here's the August spread and the first week of August. And that is it for that section. And then we move on to the collections. So I tried to do my favorite webtoon spread, but I gave up because I was having a mental breakdown doing that. So I was like, nah, we'll come back to that later. That character is Toro from my favorite webtoon, Midnight Poppyland. I'm sorry, Lily Dusk, because I butchered his face. And then I created a fitness tracker. I've got all my body measurements and I put the months for the rest of this year so I can track my progress every month. And here's a mini drawing of me. Yes, this is exactly how I look, guys. And then we move on to the fun memories, of course, where there's none. And then my habit tracker and my books to read. And that is it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!